On the workbench is Axial's new SCX10III Basecamp Chevrolet K10, and I'm going to quickly go over everything you need to know about this new release. Plus, if you've never had an RC before, I'm going to tell you how to get it up and running. This is a great looking truck, and it's one of the least expensive licensed K10s you're going to find right now in the 110 scale class. The body on it is from Proline. It's got really cool traits to it: the step side, clear windows, Chevrolet decals, Silverado decals. One thing I really like about this particular body set is they have LEDs already installed in the headlights and in the marker positions in the bumper. Just 4 body clips hold on the body. That's how you access where the battery is going to go. So that's part of getting this thing up and running. I'm going to tell you what batteries you're going to need to pick up for it in a minute, but the body slides up after you pull the body clips off, and then you're just going to have to undo this one plug that goes to the LED lights in the body. Now here's the chassis. It's a Basecamp chassis that we've seen before. It's got a steel C-channel frame, composite shock towers, oil-filled shocks, 4-link setup in the rear, and a 3-link with a panhard up front. These are metal links. The drivetrain is nice and durable, metal gear transmission in the center, and metal gears inside the portal axles. The truck is loaded with Spectrum electronics to get you up and running. The last cool feature I need to tell you about on this truck are the wheels and tires. It's got the nice chrome wheels, Falcon Wild Peak tires, nice and soft so they grip all sorts of terrain. Now let's talk about how to get this truck from the bench to the trail. The first thing I like to tell people to do is read the instruction manual. I know a lot of people like to skip that, but there's really some helpful tips inside. Also inside the box, you're going to find some body posts in case you ever want to switch out the body, a box wrench to allow you to take off the tires, and some extra pistons in case you ever do some shock tuning. Here's the radio system that comes with it, the SLT3, and this comes with 4 AA batteries. You just have to install them, and that's one of the steps to get the truck up and running. The other step is to charge a battery. Now let's go over the different batteries that you could go and use in the truck. Here's a Spectrum setup here. I've got a Spectrum S2200 charger. I like this charger because I could charge 2 batteries at once. And here are 2 examples of batteries that you could use: a 2S pack, which is 7.4 volt, or a 3S pack, which is 11.1 volt. This one is going to give you more power because it has an extra cell. They both have the same capacity, so they're going to last about the same runtime. In this particular truck, I like to use a 2S battery pack. Now you don't need to use Spectrum batteries if you don't want to. You could go pick up other brands as well, such as this Gen A setup here. This is their iMars mini charger with power supply, and then I have this Gen A's bashing battery. The thing you're going to have to look out for is the battery connector. This is an EC3 compatible connector, this is an IC3 compatible connector, and there is a blue EC3 connector that Horizon has on some of their battery packs. So whichever setup you use, just make sure you have the right connector so it plugs into this IC connector that is on the truck. Again, the EC3 will also connect to this. So you'll want to charge up your battery and then bring it over to the truck and slide it into the rear tray if it's a standard size battery such as this. Slip the battery into the tray, tighten down the Velcro strap, and don't plug in the connector just yet because this is actually your on and off switch. If you're ready to go out and drive right now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn on the radio system first. This is always on first and off last. Then you plug in your battery pack and that will turn on the truck. Then you could go and install the body. Make sure you plug in your LED lights so they function, and reinstall the body clips. And now you're ready to head out and drive your new truck. Let's go. So I'm down at one of my favorite local parks where I like to walk the trails with RC trucks and just have some fun. And I'm going to show you what it's like to have an adventure with the new K10. Let's start off with a super quick driving lesson for those that are new. Here's your steering wheel. To go right, you turn right. To go left, you turn left. And here is your throttle. You pull the trigger to go forward and push it back to go reverse. Now, when you go and steer the truck towards you, your steering direction is going to be opposite. So one of the things I like to tell people to do is just do some figure eight so you get used to the steering at low throttle. All right, now we can hit the trail. So right there is full throttle on a 2S battery pack, and let's see the walking pace here. It's about the same as my pace, so not bad. If you want some more power, that's when you go with a 3S. I bet you want to just jump right in and find something to start crawling, such as this big rock here, and I suggest finding something with a gentle slope so you just get used to the truck and how it handles. Look at that, the water's low. Let's go get the tires wet. It's always a good idea to read the manual just to see how waterproof your RC is. Some manufacturers only recommend going as deep as the axles in the water, but with some of these Axial rigs, I've had really good luck with their electronics, so I've got to go a little deeper and get this thing all wet in the lake. The one thing I need to warn you about driving your truck in water is it can get into your tires, and that could cause an imbalance later on. If your vent holes are in the wheels, you could tape them ahead of time or use a little hot glue to prevent the water from going in. You may hear some clicking when the suspension articulates and the tires catch on the body. If it bothers you, you could take some Lexan scissors and just trim the areas on the body that are catching. Let's wrap things up at one of my favorite spots on the trail. I like driving my truck down over there on the rocks. Got that bench over there to sit on. And I like this rock area back here with the moss. The truck looks really good driving over it. I've been driving the K10 for over an hour now, and this truck is just a blast. Going through the water, up rocks, just general trail driving. The truck looks really good out there. Axial nailed it with this base cam platform, and this particular truck is priced really well. I'll have links for it in the video description. While you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.